Well, coming up on today's show, it is all about pets, and we have a great show lined up for you today. We're in a place that only takes care of cats. We also had an opportunity to stop by the OSU Veterinary Medical Center and look at what they do and the specialties that they cover. And we're spotlighting a great restaurant that you're going to want to stop and enjoy a meal, even the best breakfast in town. I'm Mike Hilburn, and along with Renee Warner, we're out and about in Columbus.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, liftoff.
What's your favorite dog breed? Now you can wear it proudly on an artistically designed t-shirt from Dog and Frog in the Short North. Locke told us more about how they came up with all of the designs that you can find online or at their shop in the Short North. We're down in the Short North, and you are actually the artist that has come up with all of these wonderful designs. Tell us about what you do here.
Basically, we create these t-shirts and gift items for pet lovers, and we sell them to approximately 200 pet boutiques and pet shops throughout the country.
Well, tell us a little bit about how you got started with this and how you came up with this concept.
Back in 2006, I started this with a handful of designs that I had put online, and then several dog lovers contacted me asking me to do more designs for their particular breed. And so a few months later and 100 plus breeds later, I came up with all these designs and started selling them to at dog shows and pet expos. And now we're up to about 200 pet shops and pet boutiques.
Not only do you do t-shirts, you also have other items. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we do magnets and stickers. We are rolling out a new line of our trucker hats with the breed-specific patches, and we hope that that's going to be a big hit this year.
You also have a special t-shirt for Adopt a Dog. Tell us about that.
Yeah, our rescue dog is actually our most popular design, and that is such a great movement in the pet industry to find your next pet through adoption. You
don't just do pet t-shirts, you do other things too.
We do. But besides pets, the dogs and the cats, we also have horse designs. We were selling to some tack shops around the country, and we also have historical faces and animal designs. The historical faces were actually sold in college bookstores around the country, but now you can find them online or stopping in the shop.
Well, how can we find out more and possibly come find a t-shirt with maybe our dog breed or even anything different?
Right. We have approximately 200 pet shops and pet retailers throughout the country. You can find us at www.dogandfrog.com, and you can also stop by the store on the weekends at 1194 North High Street in Columbus.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for letting us see these beautiful designs. Everyone needs to check it out.
Thanks so much.
Well, coming up a little later in the show, we're going to tell you what the Ohio State University Veterinary Medical Center has to offer in specialty care.
Whether you need grooming services or a place for your pet to stay, the First Seasons of Orient can do it all. Susie told us more about their services and how they can take animals of all sizes. Well, Susie, thank you so much for having us out to the First Seasons of Orient.
Thanks for coming.
Tell us what services you offer here.
Mainly pet grooming and boarding, so that's grooming and overnight vet stays for cats and dogs.
How why'd you guys decide to get started in this? You must really love animals to do this.
That's right. I've been working with animals since I was 17, and I have pets of my own, so I just have a passion for giving good care to animals and giving people reassurance knowing that they're in good hands.
Well, you're not just about boarding, you also do grooming. Tell us about that.
That is correct. We do grooming for cats and dogs. There's no breed restriction or size, so we do them all as long as they cooperate.
Well, I've noticed that all the puppies that are here today seem to be really happy, and the place is so clean. Tell us what sets you apart from other places.
Well, it's obviously small and family owned, so it's a small staff. There's only a handful of us. We're all female, which usually do better with the dogs. A lot of dogs are afraid of men. And so we just know a lot of the dogs, and they know us since there's only a handful of us. So they remember us, and we remember them.
And it seems like you take extra special care. Do you walk them? What do you do with them all day long?
They go outside and play a lot, so I think that's what a lot of them are most excited about. They have big fenced-in areas that a lot of them don't have at home, so they get really excited to come play with their friends and just get outside.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, how can we find out more information about the first seasons of Orient?
Our Facebook page is just facebook.com/thefirstseasons or the website firstseasonsoforient.com.
If it's happening in Central Ohio, you can find it on our events page. onacolumbus.com will give you detailed information on everything: arts, entertainment, education, sports, theater, and more. Go to onacolumbus.com and click on ONA Events.
Well, the Ohio State University Veterinary Medical Center is something you're going to want to know about if you own a pet. And we found out a lot of information about this, and good information from Karen Zuckerman. Well, Karen, good to have you and the Ohio State University Veterinary Medical Center on the show.
Thank you. Welcome to our facility.
It is beautiful. Let's talk a little bit about what the facility does. Our viewers, I'm sure, are going to be quite interested.
Sure. So here on campus, we have 3 hospitals. We have a hospital for companion animals, which is primarily dogs and cats. We have a hospital for farm animals and our Galbraith Equine Center. We also have a satellite facility up in Dublin where we offer 24/7 emergency and orthopedic surgery.
Now, this is a hospital that takes care of specialty referrals, right? More like humans.
Correct. So we are a specialty referral center, and what that means is you may go and with your pet and see your primary veterinarian, and he or she may decide that there is an issue that they need to refer it out to a specialist, just like in human health care. So we have dermatology, cardiology, orthopedic surgery, general surgery. I could go on and on. All the specialties pretty much that they have in human health care we have here. And so our general veterinarians refer the cases in, and then our specialists will take a look at the patients, talk with the clients, and determine what the best course of treatment is for their animal.
Yeah. I'm assuming that they work back with the primary care doctor?
Absolutely. We talk about working in partnership with your local primary veterinarian. It really is a partnership. We often will do what our specialty services here, but then the primary veterinarian may be the one that's doing the ongoing care, especially with chronic conditions. And so we really have to partner with that primary vet to take the best care that we can together of the patient and the client.
Now, this is a teaching hospital as well, right?
It is. So we have 4th-year veterinary students that are here doing their clinical year with us, and they are training to be DVM. So when they finish their 4th year with us, they take a licensing exam, and then they become doctors of veterinary medicine, and they may be your local veterinarian in just a few months. We also train specialists. So we've got interns and residents, and they are typically doing 3-year residencies, and they are training to take a board exam, and then after they pass that, they would be considered a veterinary specialist.
What are the hours of operation here?
We are open 24/7 for emergency and critical care, and then our specialty services typically operate on normal Monday through Friday business hours.
Well, how do we contact the Ohio State University Veterinary Medical Center?
The best way is to give us a call at 614-292-3551, or you can also visit our website.
Fantastic. Karen, thanks so much for being on the show. Great information.
Thanks so much. Nice to meet you. Thanks.
Well, coming up a little later on in the show, we're going to take you to a practice that specializes in cats only.
Well, whether you're an experienced birder or want to get started in the hobby, or maybe just want to attract more birds to your yard, Wild Birds Unlimited in Canal Winchester has everything you need to get started. Luann told us why their blends of birdseed are a better value and about some of the upcoming events they have for spring. I've never seen so much stuff for birds. Why'd you decide to start this?
Well, after 36 years of being in the financial industry, and my husband and I had always had an interest in feeding the birds and nature and the environment, and this just seemed like a good match for us to run this type of business for ourselves.
There's really an art to this. What makes your bird seed some of the best you can find anywhere?
Well, you can buy birdseed a lot of places, Renee, but our birdseed has everything in it that birds locally will eat. Things that are in some other bags at other types of stores may not be seed that the birds like. It may have a lot of filler in there, and you don't want to waste your money on that.
One thing I love too is that you are so educated on this. You really educated me today on birds. There's a lot to this.
Yes, it's very interesting, and we pride ourselves, myself and all the staff, on knowing the products and how we can help you bring the birds you want to see to your backyard and solve some of your problems, like getting rid of those pesky squirrels.
How are you guys a part of the community here?
Well, as part of our mission, we also like to educate about the topic of nature and birds. We do programs monthly about bird identification and specific kinds of birds. Upcoming, our next one is a spring bird ID in April. You can find more information about that on Facebook or our website.
So how do we find out more information so we can come here and see all the wonderful gift ideas you have and also find out more about your programs?
Right. If you're on Facebook, you can look up Wild Birds Unlimited in Canal Winchester, and we have all of our events listed there and some related topics and posts. Also, our website, canalwinchester.wbu.com, has a link for current scheduled events, and you'll find everything there as well.
Fantastic. Thank you again for having us out. Everyone needs to check out the store. There's so much here.
Would you like your business to appear on an upcoming episode of Out and About Columbus? Send your contact information to info@outandaboutcolumbus.com to learn more.
We had an opportunity to sit down with Scarlett Gray Saline and learn more about ferrets. And she is president of the Heart of Ohio Ferret Association and Rescue. And we found out some very interesting facts about these little creatures. Well, Scarlett, good to have you and the Heart of Ohio Ferret Association and Rescue on the show.
Thank you very much.
Who's your friend?
This is Porter.
Very cute. Let's talk a little bit about the association and what it does.
The Heart of Ohio Ferret Association and Rescue is the largest ferret rescue in Central Ohio. There's a couple smaller ones in Ohio, but we're the largest. We started in 1996 when ferrets became legal in Franklin County. Up until that point, they weren't legal because they wouldn't recognize the rabies vaccine as effective. Once the rabies vaccine was recognized as effective, then they became legal in Franklin County and Columbus proper.
Well, let's talk about the rescue part. How does that work, and what do you guys do?
Well, we actually operate off a foster program. We have, about 8 or 10 foster parents. And when we get a surrender in or one is turned in otherwise, found lost or whatever, one of our foster parents get it. So they usually go from a home-on-home situation, which makes it much easier rather than a large rescue where they're all in one group.
Talk to me a little bit about ferrets. Why do they make a great pet?
Well, they sleep 75% of the time.
Well, that's good.
So they're good for people that work. They will manipulate, they'll turn their schedule into the same as yours. It's like you get up in the morning and...
Yeah, something to say.
Yeah. Then they realize that's what time you're up and around. You're at work all day, they'll sleep all day, you come home at night, and then they want out to play for a while. And then they'll go to sleep at night for you.
Well, I know you guys do a show annually. Let's talk about that a little bit.
It's the Ferret Buckeye Bash. We're the largest ferret show in the U.S. There'll be over 300, 400 ferrets there. We have about 35 vendors. It's held at Northern Performing Arts Center, August 25th. This year will be our 20th year, and it is what supports our shelter.
How many people attend that?
We have 300 or 400 people for walk-ins usually. There's at least 60 exhibitors, which are people that are showing their ferrets, and around 35 vendors.
Well, give us some contact information so we can learn more.
Well, if you can go to hoffarescue.org for our shelter, and on Facebook, Heart of Ohio Ferret Association Rescue. And for the show itself, you can go to ferretbuckeyebash.org on our website, or you look it up on Facebook.
Like the Out and About Columbus Facebook page for pictures, video, and more on the show, including news about upcoming shows and even exclusive behind-the-scenes content. That's facebook.com/OutandAboutColumbus.
Well, if you own a cat, then you want to know about Perfect Care Feline Medical Center. Dr. Janet Cohn specializes in cats only, and we learn more about this practice today. You specialize in cats only. So why only cats?
It's just a passion of mine, and it's kind of interesting because it didn't always used to be that way. I was a dog person growing up. I never had cats. I had pretty much every other pet under the sun. I had a dog, I had a guinea pig, rabbits, chameleons, even a hermit crab. But my parents weren't cat people. But when I went to graduate school, I knew I couldn't have a dog. I didn't have enough time, and my landlord wouldn't let me. So I'm like, I guess I'll go get a cat. And his name was Samson. He was a long-haired orange tabby male, and he became the love of my life and just really got me started with this fascination with cats. They're such really incredible, neat creatures.
Yeah. What should people know about caring for their pets?
Well, I think as far as cats go, there's a lot of misconceptions about them, and it's kind of my job to educate people about what cats really need. So one of the perceptions is that cats don't need medical care unless they're sick. They don't, my cat doesn't go outside, it doesn't need shots, it doesn't need to go see the vet. And vaccines aren't as important for cats as they are for dogs because they don't socialize as much, but the rabies vaccine is still required by law here in Franklin County. But even more importantly, wellness care, annual visits to the veterinarian can help us to pick up problems when they're still at an early and treatable stage. And so that's super important. And then another thing that people need to know about cats, again, there's a perception that all you need is a litter box and a bowl of dry food and they're fine, and that's not really true. They really do need a lot of interaction with people. They need routines. They need control over their resources. They need environmental enrichment. And so again, that's part of our job, is to educate our clients about what cats really need to be healthy and happy.
So Dr. Cohn, what separates you from other veterinarians?
Well, I think the biggest thing is that everything we do, everything set up here in our facility is catered to cats. So from the minute you walk in the door, there's the soothing classical music. The exam rooms don't have stainless steel tables. Our cages are heated. Our boarding cages allow the cats to be able to look out the window and view birds, which is just totally a cat thing. So we really cater to cats, and we love educating our clients about their cats.
Fantastic. Well, give us some contact information where we can find you here in Grandview.
Absolutely. So our phone number is 614-486-7877. Our website is perfectcarevet.com, and we're located in Grandview, right at the corner of King and Northwest Boulevards.
If it's happening in Central Ohio, you can find it on our events page. ONAColumbus.com will give you detailed information on everything: arts, entertainment, education, sports, theater, and more. Go to ONAColumbus.com and click on ONA Events. Check out these businesses in our local business spotlight.
Well, the Starliner Diner has been long known for its award-winning breakfast and great food. And with spring coming on, they are opening up the patio. They're going to have music. We talked to Ronnie Phillips to learn more. If someone hasn't tried Starliner Diner, what would you tell them that experience is like when they walk in?
I'd say that it's fun, it's funky, it's got bright colors, it's got great music, and fresh house-made food.
How long were you at the other location before you moved here?
We were at the other location for over 20 years before we moved here, but we've been here about 2 years now, and we feel like we're really settling in. We have an opportunity to really be at the center of our community here, do things like the bunny hop, and just really get involved with what's going around.
This was the post office, right?
Absolutely. Back in the 50s, I want to say, it opened as the post office, and it's been a few things over the years, but now it's our home.
Well, let's talk a little bit about spring, because you got some things coming up. It's going to be really great for springtime to come in and visit Starliner Diner, right?
Absolutely, man. We're super excited. We have some music booked on some Saturday nights. We have a patio that we just can't wait to open. We'll have some good drinks, some great food, and it'll be a good time. Patio sits right on the sidewalk. People walking by. It's just wonderful to be out there.
Well, let's talk about the food, because the one thing that I do know about Starliner Diner is you guys have an award-winning breakfast here. You guys have been named Best Breakfast. I use numerous awards, right?
Absolutely. We've been really fortunate. We've won Best Hangover Breakfast, Best Breakfast, and we do that consistently, and we've just been very fortunate.
Let's talk about the food, because that's the reason people are coming in, right?
We have our crab cake breakfast. It's 2 meaty 4-ounce crab cakes. They're topped with 2 eggs, and then our house-made salsa verde, smoked chili sauce, and some sour cream. It's served with black beans. It's an awesome, crabby, delicious crab cake. We've also got our meatloaf sandwich. It's our house-made meatloaf. It's a special recipe. We have chipotle mayonnaise, tomato, and caramelized onions and cheese on it. It comes with house-cut sweet potato fries. It is hands down the best meatloaf I've ever had. We have a Cajun chicken salad. The Cajun chicken salad has lettuce, tomato, bacon, onions, and Cajun chicken. Comes with a slice of our house-made Cuban bread and our homemade dressing. It's a creamy salsa dressing. It's amazing.
Smells good, I'll tell you that.
And then we have the meatloaf dinner. So we take the same meatloaf, it's our house-made recipe, comes with caramelized onions, pan-roasted vegetables, and mashed potatoes. And again, this is literally the best meatloaf I've ever had.
Yeah, comfort food, right?
Absolutely.
Well, what would you recommend to the person coming in the front door, or for the first time here at Starliner?
The first timer, I would recommend sit down, talk to your server, and let them guide you through the menu, man. There's some interesting stuff, there's some unique stuff, and they can really kind of help you find what fits for you.
I know for sure whatever they order is going to be great, and they're going to have a great time here. Ronnie, give us some contact information when you're open and where we can find you.
We are at starlinerdiner.com. We can be reached at 614-529-1198, and we're at 4121 Main Street in Hilliard.
Easy to find you here in Old Hilliard, right? Ronnie, thanks so much for being on the show.
Like the Out and About Columbus Facebook page for pictures, video, and more on the show, including news about upcoming shows and even exclusive behind-the-scenes content. That's facebook.com/outandaboutcolumbus.
Well, these desserts are the end of what's going to be an amazing meal here at Boulder's at the Manor Court. It is an incredible place to visit. We were here about a year ago, came back to check in on Boulder and see how things are going, and things are better than ever, and you have to try this. Let's talk about what people are going to find here at Boulder.
Thanks for giving me the opportunity to explain how I cook my food and why we're here, and how we prepare stuff and why people come and eat my food over and over. We have a simple menu with a home cooking because this is home. We try to do as simple but very well prepared, putting the right spices on, using the right wines. We have a kitchen with like 5 different wines that we incorporate on each vegetable, different wine. By incorporating them all together, food comes just the way you see it. When we do lamb chops, we treat the vegetables because we have mushrooms there, we add the oil and 5 different times because the mushroom has to be treated a little bit different. It's like a sponge. We control it. We add 3-4 different times salt and pepper into the food, so we control the food. And then also Reuben. I believe my Reuben is the best in Columbus. I'm not getting voted yet, but one day, once everybody's going to have my Reuben, I think I'll be in there. I'll get in there.
Let's talk a little bit about the history of the building, because this is kind of neat too as a part of this.
1907 was built, was operated as a house, and then was a doctor's office, and was vacant for many years. Was purchased from my landlord next door, old building, the Columbus Manor, and they used this one as a storage for many years, till like 4 or 5 years ago. They got the whole thing, renovated, knocking walls and making this amazing space that we are operating an amazing 1,900 people a week out of a house.
Well, Walter, we're going to leave it there, but tell us where we can come and enjoy this unique German experience.
Well, come at my restaurant, just sit down and let us take care of you.
And what's the address?
976 South High Street, Columbus, Ohio. We're right in the corner of Stewart and High, corner of German Village. We're in Brewery District, technically.
And website?
ValtersAtTheManacore.com.
Fantastic. Walter, good seeing you. Here's to about another 100 years of great success.
Amen.
Would you like your business to appear on an upcoming episode of Out and About Columbus? Send your contact information to info@outandaboutcolumbus.com to learn more.
We know Bob Evans Restaurants has long been known for that comfort food, and they've got a new spring menu with some great comfort items on it. We talked to Matt Harsh and learn more. So you got a spring menu with some new items on it, so let's talk a little bit about that.
Well, we're doing a couple different things for spring. One is, which everyone loves, one of our core breakfast items, the Farmer's Choice Breakfast, which has your fresh cracked eggs, your signature fresh sausage, our potatoes, and not only does it have a sweet and savory aspect to it, it comes with our hot cakes. So as a core breakfast. What we're doing is launching a couple things with it. One is our Buckeye hot cakes, which everyone in Ohio loves chocolate and peanut butter, so it adds a nice sweetness to it. And we also have a double meat Farmer's Choice as well. So if you can't choose between sausage and bacon, you don't have to, you can have both. So not only are these new items add more choices, you can make the breakfast the way you want it.
What makes this so unique?
You know, I think it's a combination of the quality. One, as you know, as Bob Evans is known for farm fresh quality, from his fresh cracked eggs, fresh sausage. The other aspect is you get choice. There's over 100 choices, different ways you can make the combination of the Farmer's Choice you want, from all the ways to want your eggs, you want your potatoes, the different meats, the different ways, the hot cakes, different ways to top it. You can do whatever you like.
Let's talk a little bit about the spring game and the partnership with OSU.
Yep. Bob Evans obviously has a ton of history with Ohio, born and raised in Ohio. Central Ohio is important to us. We've done it the last couple years. The spring game is, we're the core sponsor to buy tickets starting here in about a week. The spring game is in the middle of April as everyone's ready for that Saturday for the spring game. So, come down, have a great Farmer's Choice breakfast, get your tickets for the game, and go Buckeyes.
Yeah, I'm telling you, what a great thing. Well, let's get some contact information, Matt, and send some people your way.
Okay. BobEvans.com. Over 40 locations here in Central Ohio. Come to see any of them. Or you also go to our Facebook website at any time.
Yeah, always a fantastic choice, Bob Evans. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you very much for having us.
If it's happening in Central Ohio, you can find it on our events page. ONAColumbus.com will give you detailed information on everything: arts, entertainment, education, sports, theater, and more. Go to ONAColumbus.com and click on ONA Events. Excite Unlimited Motorsports has one goal in mind, and that is to keep you safe and on the road. Dustin told us more about the services they offer and how they help educate their customers every day. One thing I love about Excite Unlimited Motorsports is that when you guys fix a vehicle, you not only fix it, you also educate the customer, correct?
Correct. That's our worst nightmare is for you to leave here and not know what you purchased or why you purchased it. We really want to walk you through the repair process and show you why and what you need. Keep you safe and on the road.
For somebody like me, that's really important because I know nothing about this.
Yeah, and that's our goal, is to make sure that you know what you're buying and why you're buying it, and to keep you safe and on the road.
Now, you also are very reliable. You've been around for years. Trustworthy. Tell us about your reputation.
Yeah, we've been in business for a little over 12 years now. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, and we're in several different networking groups around town. And we really want you to come to us because you can trust us, and because we're going to show you what you're buying and what you're getting, and we're going to give you a warranty, and we're going to stand behind our work.
What other services do you offer here?
We offer complete auto repair and towing, diagnosis services, collision repair, anything from oil changes to brakes, shocks, struts, tune-ups, engine swaps, and rebuilds.
Fantastic. Well, Dustin, how can we find out more information about Excite Unlimited Motorsports?
Please visit us at exciteautorepair.com is a great way, or you can call us or swing by and stop and see us at any time. And we'd love to do anything from just check your oil or have a conversation about a question you might have.
Fantastic. Thank you again for educating us on what you do.
Our pleasure. Thank you very much.